everybody, Jason from Trendify here, and today I'm going to talk about 7 different digital products you can create with AI tools and sell them online. And we're going to show you exactly how I would do this, what softwares I would use, and then in the future I'll actually be creating full-length videos on all of these topics to show you step-by-step how to do it. Today is just an overview, and why I love digital products is because it's something you can create one time and sell over and over and over again. For the past several years, I've created templates that I have sold multiple times, and I only had to build it once, but get paid every single day for something I created once. Let's get into the 7 digital products you can create using AI tools and start selling very quickly. All right, so the first digital product you can create using AI tools is social media templates. Now, I'm going to show you an incredible hack I've discovered using ChatGPT and Canva to make a ton of templates that you can sell right now in a matter of minutes. So let's get into it. So here we are inside of Etsy, and you can see I've sold well over 6 figures in real estate templates designed in Canva. And if I knew about this a couple years ago, I probably would have 10x that. So let me show you what we do. So first of all, just to get some inspiration showing you what we're creating here, we go to Etsy, we type in real estate Canva. You can do this for any industry, it doesn't really matter, but I've sold most of my products in real estate. And all we do is we scroll down and see what is actually selling. You can see a little bundle here, realtor branding. But what I want to share with you here is a little hack. If you do Command F or Control F on a PC, you can search for bestseller. And we can see here, this particular one is a bestseller. So we can click on this, just kind of get a feel for what they're creating here. You can see it's some just sold templates, some coming soon. They have over 2,000 sales here, 34 sales just with this item. A lot of these are testimonials and quotes and things. So we can build a bundle of social media templates that we've designed in Canva and then bundle them up and sell them on Etsy, sell them on our own website, sell them on a bunch of other marketplaces too. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to use ChatGPT to just build our first little bundle that we're going to include in here, and that is going to be some real estate quotes. And the hack I'm going to show you combining ChatGPT and Canva is literally going to blow your mind if you haven't seen this already. So here we go. And I am using something called AI PRM. You don't need to do that. That's just an extra plugin that I've been testing out. I haven't explored it enough to really educate you on it yet. You don't need it. But all we're going to do, I'm using ChatGPT Model 4, and I'm going to say, write me 5 real estate quotes. Okay. Now we have our 5 quotes built in ChatGPT, and we're going to take this and actually copy it, and then we're going to paste it into a spreadsheet. So we go here, I'm just using a Google Sheet here. I'm just going to paste these quotes in here. And then now that I have this, I can just do quotes. And I'm going to export this as a CSV. So download it as a CSV. And now that's downloaded on my computer. Now I'm going to go over to Canva, and I'm going to show you how to make a ton of posts just with this data right here very quickly. All we're going to do is create a design here. We're going to go to Instagram post. You can do this for any size, but I'm just using Instagram post for this example. And I'm going to go over here and search for real estate quotes. So I have this design here, and you can see some of these have a little crown, which means it's the pro version. I've used Canva for years and I use it almost daily, so I have paid for the pro version, and I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars using the templates that I've created in here. So I think it's well worth the $10 or $15 I pay every month. But if you're just starting out, you can find some that don't have the crown here, but the same thing will work. So let's just try this one just because it doesn't have the crown. So if you're starting with no budget or very low budget, you can still do this. So here's where the quote is pasted here. You can change the colors if you want. Change this to tan. You can change this image out. But the general idea is what we're going to do is go over here and click bulk upload. And we're going to do upload CSV. And then we're going to upload the CSV we just downloaded from our Google Sheet. You can see the best investment. You can see it's one of the quotes here. And then what we're going to do is go over here and select the text that we want to replace with the text that we filled out in that spreadsheet. We hit these 3 dots here. And then we just do connect data. And then we pick the quotes. So basically this is going to fill in that area with all the quotes that we've created and make multiple different posts for this. So then we just hit continue and we select all, then we generate 4 pages. And as soon as we do this, it's going to create quotes for all the things that we've already uploaded. Now you can see it's a little big, so we're going to downsize a lot of these, but it's already created all these posts. We just got to do this. Obviously, these aren't the most beautiful ones. You can go and pick an actual template that you like and change this color out. But just the fact that we can create all of this very quickly is going to save you so much time in doing this. You can obviously change fonts and whatever you want to do. And we just do one more here, and then that is done. So just like that, we created 5 different quote posts that we can then start building our bundle and putting it on Etsy. Now you can do this for a number of different things. We don't have to do just the quotes. Maybe we're doing social media management for a lot of real estate agents, and we have a beautifully designed post that we created, and we want to go and swap out their phone number, their Instagram handle, all of that, and put it on each of these posts. We can take the same exact strategy, go fill in all their phone numbers, their social media handles and all that on that spreadsheet, and then just match the data up in here, hit generate, and it will create a unique post for each one of those people with their phone number, their Instagram handle, all that stuff on there. So just opening your mind to how you can leverage these 2 technologies to create this stuff. And I think once you start building these bundles, we'll go back to Etsy again and find that. Start building these bundles. They're beautifully designed, putting them together. And I promise you, start reaching out to real estate agents or plumbers or restaurants or whatever and start generating these things. Or you can just go to a marketplace like Etsy, list them for sale yourself, and then you're done. You list it one time and it sells over and over and over again. Again, this little bundle that they put together, 172 scroll stopping. So we just created 5 in about a minute, but I could have generated probably 100 if I wanted to, just with quotes, if I would have given ChatGPT that information. And you can see there's 34 reviews just for this item, 133 reviews just for this shop, over 2,000 sales for this particular studio. So you can see this can really turn into a real business, and you just keep duplicating this process over and over and over again. And now you have a full Canva template business using ChatGPT and Canva. Let's get into the next one. Digital paper. I didn't even know what that was at first, but when I started looking at it, I was like, oh, I could see why people would use this. So we're just going to go back to Etsy. We're going to type in digital paper or digital backgrounds. You can see I've typed in digital paper and I came across this particular listing. You can see this company has made over 50,000 sales, almost 51,000 sales, selling similar style things. Your Etsy dashboard may look a little different. I do have this software called Everbee that I've been playing around with. I don't know enough about it yet to teach you, but once I build this full training out on YouTube for this particular idea, I'll talk all about Everbee and how it can give you more data. If I like using it, maybe it'll be something else in the future. But we can go down, we can see just this particular item, this digital paper here, has 73 reviews for this particular item, and reviews for the shop over 4,000. You can kind of see what people are using this paper for too. This lady made a journal out of it, or a calendar, bullet journal setup. People are also using this style stuff for backgrounds for their iPads and stuff like that. So we'll get into maybe talking about that in our long form video about this topic. But I just wanted to give you some ideas of how this can work. Now I'm going to take you over to Midjourney and show you how I've created something similar to this to get your wheels turning as to how you could turn this into your own business. Okay, so here we are inside of Midjourney, and I've been playing around with a couple different prompts, and the better that we can get at our prompting, the better results we're going to get. I'm still learning and still discovering new ways to phrase what I'm looking for and getting better and better at that. But just with a few passes of this, I'm getting something kind of cool that I think I might be able to list on Etsy. So we can see what I've typed in here: summer, pastel yellow, pastel pink, pastel brown, craft paper, dash dash tile, digital pattern, hippie pattern, scrapbook pattern, hippie, sunline, starburst. So we could refine this and keep getting closer to what we are seeing on Etsy. But I think just to start with, I kind of like this one. So if you remember from previous videos that I've done, this is divided into 4 different quadrants. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if we want to get a bigger version of any of these, we can use these U, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means upscale 1, upscale 2, upscale 3, upscale 4. Or if we like something, but we just want to get some variations of it, then we can use the V prompt. So variation 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I did a variation of 4, and what we got down here is this. And I think this is pretty cool. They all look very similar, slightly different patterns, different flowers here. But I think this is just the beginning of something that I could start working with and scale this into a bundle of patterns that I then list on Etsy for sale. So you can see how easy it was to create this. I can, again, go back and revamp this. I can see what other things are selling and put them all in a big bundle, or create a whole store just on these tile patterns that people can use for their stationery, for their journals, or even just in a digital way that they use for their online online journaling or for a background on an iPad or any kind of crazy thing they want to do with it. Now, these sell for like a couple bucks, but the goal of this is we create something once and then it sells over and over and over again, which is just an incredible way to do business in my opinion. So let's get into the next digital product that we can use AI for. Okay, so the next digital product we're going to use AI for is stock photography. Now, I know we're not actually taking pictures, but we are using AI, we're using Midjourney to create some images that then we can list on stock photography websites. Now, if you don't think that's true, here's straight from Adobe, which is one of the biggest stock photography websites in the world. And they have a whole section here. You can just Google generative AI content on Adobe and you'll find this article. I'll also try to link it down below, but it tells you just the rules and regulations of what they require to list them on here. You have to obviously check this box. I think this is pretty new, created using generative AI tools, and there's probably some other things if you were actually reading through this, and it's constantly evolving. So this may not be totally true once you are doing it yourself, but just go back, refer to whatever Adobe and other sites are putting out and see what their rules are and just comply to those rules, and you're gonna actually love this idea. So once you create an account, it's free to do that on Adobe stock footage. You're going to be able to go to a place where you can see insights, and that will tell you what's been selling recently. So you can get an idea of how you could recreate some similar things. And every week it changes. You can see they have vectors, illustrations, photos. So we could go click on photos here, either like some people holding shopping carts and things, all this stuff you'll see. You can start creating similar things on Midjourney. But this particular one, vectors, is something I thought was pretty cool. And you can see, I thought this was a little unique. I hadn't seen it anywhere else. And it's just these like mouths and ears and stuff, kind of a retro look. So we're going to create something similar in Midjourney. I'm going to show you how I do it, and then you can see how you could just build a whole library of these things and then just come back and duplicate the process over and over and over again. Also, what I love about stock photography is there are multiple different sites that you can post this on. So you can create an image one time. If you already know it's a popular trending thing based on the data that Adobe is giving you, then you can list it on a bunch of other sites as well. So let's go over to Midjourney. I'll show you how I create something similar, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are back in Midjourney. I've already kind of done this prompt, and again, I'm getting better and better at creating these prompts. You can see what I created here with collage elements, retro halftone effect, which is just something I got from the listing I saw on Adobe, is this term halftone effects, which I didn't even know what it was. Lips, mouth, open mouth, black and white, and it created some pretty cool images. Obviously, it's a bit more of a face here, but these can easily be cropped out here, or somebody might just like the style that they could get a little bit more of this data here and use it for whatever they're using. So if we wanted to regenerate some of these, we could do that. So we'll just hit this little regenerate thing. Let's see what else we get. Okay, so here we are. We regenerated some images. You can see some of the eyes are kind of weird and stuff, but still overall, it's a similar style to what we were already seeing. Then we could do the same prompt for ears and noses and whatever else we wanted to. And that's just one weird little rabbit hole that you can start selling stock photography in on Adobe. You can go back to the same site. We'll go back there and just look at a few other options. Okay, so here we are back on Adobe, and we can just kind of scroll through. You can see like pictures of fruit and animals and things, just clean kind of PNG clip art here. You can see a lot of like tech graphic stuff, which all this could easily be created in something like Midjourney. And the people that Midjourney is creating, I'm going to show you some images in just a second, are really starting to get like incredibly lifelike. Like you can barely tell the difference between them and actual models doing real photography. So let me show you some examples and just show you it's a little off, but I think it would pass, and with the right prompting, it would actually, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a real person and this picture made in Midjourney. All right, so I have a real estate background, and I wanted to kind of generate some ideas of people that I could maybe use in a real estate ad for some of my clients or something like that. So I generated these images. I'll show you the prompt in just a second, but you can see like this couple, I mean, it's a little off, like maybe his eye is a little shut, but I mean, it looks so lifelike. Like, I mean, even hands, like hands have been a challenge with Midjourney. Sometimes it adds extra fingers and things, but this looks like really lifelike. This couple looks like they're a real couple that just bought a house. I mean, I think it's really cool. So I'll show you the prompt in Midjourney that generated this. It's a pretty thorough prompt, and you can see if you wanted to create something similar. All right, so here we are back inside of Midjourney. I'll actually paste this down below because it's a pretty thorough prompt. I got pieces of this from a few different other people. And basically it just says photo of a man and woman sitting close together on the front porch. You can read the rest of it. Camera should be positioned at the level of the couple, and just has some really detailed description of how the shot should look. But the better, again, that we can get at these promptings, the better our results are going to be. So I'll paste this down below so you can try it out yourself in Midjourney, but I'm just so blown away by the realism of the photos that are being generated if you want actually humanoid or human pictures. And I've done photography myself. I'm an actor, film and television actor. I've done commercials. I've gotten paid thousands of dollars to do similar shots to this. And I think we're, going to start seeing more and more brands use this style of photography. So I don't know what's going to happen with that industry, but that's the way the world is going. So we have to embrace it and learn how to work with it. But that's what I got for you on that. Let's get into another way that you can use AI to make money online. All right, so here we are back on Etsy, and the way that we're going to use AI to make money with this method is with clip art. Now, clip art I haven't used in years. I used to use it probably back in grade school, but a lot of people use this for stationery. They use it for invitations. They use it for a ton of different things. And I found this cool little one. What I like about it is it's in 18 carts. So you can use fancy tools like this Everbee that I'm still exploring, but if you just go find things that are already in people's carts, that gives you a good indication that it's likely to sell. A lot of people are interested in this style of product. So it's $8. You can see this particular place has made 15,000 sales. This one item, this bundle of clip art here, has sold 158 times, so 1,503 reviews. And let's see if we see any other details. 45 elements. So you need 45 pieces of clip art to put this bundle together and sell it for $8. Now, $8 may not sound like a ton of money, but if you can create something one time and then get paid over and over and over again, I'll do this all day long. Maybe this one little business makes you a couple $100 a month. Maybe it pays your rent. Maybe it buys you a new car. Who knows? But the fact that we can use AI tools to generate this stuff is incredible. So I'm going to bring you back over to Midjourney, show you how I've been using the tool to create something similar to this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, here we are back inside of Midjourney, and I tried some things out. I got some weird responses from Midjourney, and then I kind of narrowed it down. Again, it's all about the prompting and figuring out what you want it to say, and probably some of you down below are even better at prompting than me, so you can give me even more tips that I'd love to try out. But we did this first one. I did cute clip art, farm animals, cows, ducks, horses, baby ducks, baby pigs, pastels, you can see here. And what I got was some kind of like hybrid animals, which maybe is something people would buy, but I'll kind of show you a bigger version of this. You can see some of these are like sheep, cows, and this is like a horse duck and a pig duck, and I don't know, they're kind of cute but also kind of weird. So I decided to narrow it down to just baby ducks here. So we did this, baby ducks, clip art, pastels, kid colors. I could probably get even more thorough with this, but just for quick results. So you see, I could bundle this up. I could cut this out and make this one of my 45 pieces here. This thing took me maybe 10 seconds to create inside of Midjourney, and I could bundle this up maybe with this one and a few others and put that as my baby duck bundle, then make a dog one and a barn one and a pig one and a cow one, put them all together, make my little baby farm animal bundle here, and sell it on Etsy for $5, $8 over and over and over again. So hopefully you like that idea. I think it's really cool that we can create this stuff, and you can take this stuff and not only sell it on Etsy, but then you can use the same thing for maybe stock photography on Adobe that we just talked about, or some other site too. So you can generate this stuff and then sell it in multiple different marketplaces as well, which I think is really cool. So let's get into the next idea. Okay, so the next digital product that we're going to create using AI is SVGs and vector files. So if you don't know what a vector file is, just the basic idea of it is picture an image that you can stretch to an infinite size and it will still retain its quality, which is great for if you wanted to take an image and put it on a mug and then put it on a t-shirt, put it on a poster, put it on a billboard. You can do all those things with these SVG files. So that's why people like to buy them. And you can see just going to Etsy, typing in SVG, there's a lot of ideas we can get. Some are quotes and things. One thing I'll advise you not to try to do, in my opinion, is anything that's already intellectual property of somebody else, like these Disney characters. I know a lot of shops are getting shut down right now for doing this without permission. So you can just create your own stuff here. So let's see, t-shirt SVG files. So we'll see what this is. So this is an 8 cart, so good indicator that it's doing well. And you can just see there's like soccer balls and trucks and cows with cool clothes on and all kinds of stuff here. Let's see if we can create something kind of like this cat here with a hoodie. So let me go back to Midjourney and I'll show you how to create something like that. Okay, so here we are inside of Midjourney again, and I created these really cool images. Any of these could be used as a vector, and you could make a bundle of these, of a couple hundred of them. This took me maybe 10 seconds to create. I have the cat, I could do a moose and a duck and a cow and all kinds of cool stuff, and then trucks and flags and whatever I wanted to do. Put them all in a bundle together and create a big vector bundle that I then sell on Etsy for a few bucks. And we just do this over and over and over again. We create these little businesses that can make a few $100s, a few $1,000s, tens of thousands of dollars a month, and we can just do this all day long. And it's just incredible that we are able to generate this style of art without having to know anything other than how to properly tell the machine what we want it to output for us. I know a lot of artists probably are saying this is a terrible time, and maybe there's some aspects that are true to that, but I really believe that if we can all embrace this, it will only enhance our creativity. There are so many things that are blending this world with the film world and the video world, and just enhancing the way to put our ideas into something that we can visually see very quickly and iterate from there. So I don't want to get too far on a tangent, but I think it's just incredible that we can do this. So that's just one of our many things. And now we're going to get into our next digital product that you can create right now. Okay, so our next digital product is going to be product mock-ups. And that is something like, if you've ever seen on Etsy where it has like a t-shirt or a mug in a really cool setting, like a mug sitting on a desk with flowers behind it and a pen and all kinds of cool stuff, or maybe you see a t-shirt laying on the ground. You can see, I'll show you on Etsy here how something like that looked. This is a kind of a basic one, t-shirt with jeans and some tennis shoes and some plants around it. So people will pay. Let's do our little hack again, Command F or Control F, and do best seller. You can see here's one. So they sell this for $15, and they probably actually got a really nice camera, put these nice t-shirts down and laid this out. And we're going to try to create something similar inside of Midjourney. So you can see kind of what it looks like, your design here. And all this is you as the buyer get this picture without this logo here, right? And then it's up to you to go into Canva or something, put your little logo, put your t-shirt design, put your vector that we just created in Midjourney, that little cat with the hoodie, put them on here, and you're off to the races using this to sell your product. And we're going to go back to Midjourney. I'm going to create something similar to this, not exactly the same, something similar to this, and show you how we could actually use that to create a bundle of these and put them on Etsy for sale. Okay, here we are back on Midjourney, and I tried a couple different things. I tried flat lay photography, no text template, and it gave me a lot of like images here that you could put probably some resume template or poster or something here, or any kind of like invitations. This could be something you could sell here. Here's some other examples. Thought some of these were kind of cool. Let's expand this a little. Sometimes it makes like the shoes a little weird, but those are okay. That's pretty good. And then here's a weird one. It had 3 shoes, kind of misshapen shoes, but it did have the t-shirt properly. This shoe's kind of weird too, but you can see we're starting to get closer and closer. And then I got this one, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is just like a sweater with some shoes, some keys down here, some sunglasses. So you can see I've been able to generate, obviously the sweater doesn't look totally real, but we can keep refining this. So let me show you what the prompt was to get this. Product mockup, photorealistic, plain white sweater, no text. And I could get even better and better at refining this to get exactly what I wanted, but I think it's just a great start. And if I put this together with a few different other colors, I could already see how I could put this as a bundle and start selling it. And maybe shirts and clothing isn't the right thing. Maybe we go back to this, which was something where I could just pop in like some notes or a resume template on one of these or an invitation, and I could start selling this. And that looks real to me. So I think it's a great option to just start exploring. Go to Etsy, type in flat lay photography, see what kind of options you have, and then go try to go to Midjourney and create some things that are similar. And again, all of these things I'm covering today on this video, I'm going to make long form videos about exploring exactly step by step how to do each one of them. I'm going to do it myself, actually put the products up on these different marketplaces and see if I get any sales, and then I'll report back to you what I get. But I think it's a great seed to start getting some wheels turning for you on what you could create and sell online. So let's get into our next one. Okay, so here we are back with our final product that we can use AI to create and sell online. And it is actually one of my favorite ones. I can't wait to actually build my full long form video about this and actually do it myself. And what we're going to do is coloring books. Now, before you say, what? There is no way that I could create a coloring book. I'm going to show you how easy it is. It's probably one of the easiest things that we're going to do today. And what we're going to do is go to Amazon, search for coloring books for adults. You can do this for children as well, but I like to create some really more complex ones. So these coloring books for adults here. We'll just kind of see what kind of sales some of these are getting. So this, I have a little add-on. I can't remember which one it is here, but it tells me approximately how many sales these things are making. So Mindfulness Coloring Books for Adults, Volume 2. This particular one is making $15,000 per month on average. It's just an estimate, but I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm going to take you back to Midjourney and show you the prompt that I used to create some style of coloring books you could make for adults too, and just show you how easy and fun it can be. So let's go over to Midjourney. Okay, so here we are on Midjourney, and I'm going to show you, I typed in this prompt here, coloring pages for adults, cat playing guitar, in the style of anime manga. Straight lines, low detail, geometric background, black and white, no shading. And I'll put all these descriptions down below too. Gave me 4 different images here. I kind of liked this one down here, so I sized it here. And that gave me this, which I'll show you here. Is really cool. So this already could be something that we could put inside of a coloring book, make like a whole cats playing different instruments for adults type thing. We could probably refine this even more so it's even cleaner with less shadowing in here. But I think just overall, you can see, you could picture an adult like getting an adult coloring book and coloring these things in and making their own images here. So I think, and I did a few more down here. Let's see, some sacred geometry. I thought that was kind of cool, but you can see how fun this can be. You can try this for kids, just try simple dinosaurs or kids playing baseball or whatever you want to try. See what's selling on Amazon already, and then go back to Midjourney and see if you can create something similar. And I can't wait to do this full video showing you exactly step by step how I build an entire coloring book for this, how we actually list it on Amazon, and hopefully start getting some sales so I can report those to you as well. So those are 7 digital products you can use AI to create, and I can't wait to tell you even more about all the things we're doing on this channel, talking about AI, the future of business, the future of making money online using these AI tools, and I think it's just an incredible time. So hopefully you got some value out of the video today. Hopefully you share this with somebody else, at least like the video so I know that you like this type of content, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.